with another video, and it is our van cost breakdown. So we're going to be breaking down
the cost of the van.
We get these questions a lot: how much our van cost, how much our build costs. So we're gonna go over both of those.
Yeah, but the conversion cost we'll go over in a lot more detail.
First, van cost.
We bought a 2017 Ford Transit 350. And it's the extended cab with the 148-inch wheel bed.
Mm-hmm.
Wheelbase.
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 And we bought it for $25,000.
25,500. Cannot forget that.
And then after taxes,
$26,455. Can't forget those taxes and fees.
All things considered, this was actually a really good price for this vehicle, especially with the fact that we bought it in the year of 2020.
Alright, but that's probably not why you're watching this video. You could do a quick Google search and find out how much a Ford Transit costs in the daily market. You're here for the van cost. No, you're here for the van conversion costs. So let's break down of the breakdown. Okay, we are going to zoom out a bit here, and as you'll see, we have a bar graph next to us. We got really technical today.
Very fancy.
You're welcome. Just pulling out all the stops. This bar graph will tally up as we go through all the different categories for the van conversion, and we'll also make sure to show the cost of each category and a running grand total as we continue through this video as well. Okay, first things first.
Electrical.
That's right. It's important. You need it. We ended up spending $3,350 on all of our electrical components. I would say we went like middle high of the road on how much electrical we put in our van. You can set up your electrical system how you want. It's all dependent on the type of van life you decide to live.
And next up we have lumber.
Wood these days is very, very expensive. We spent $1,200 on lumber, but if I were you, I would up that budget number a little bit. Obviously, it depends the size of your van, but we were given a lot of scrap wood and had some from leftover projects before. So again, probably would even bump that number of $1,200 maybe to $1,600. All right, you can't forget, or we did not forget, a toilet in the van.
Yes, we went with the Nature's Head composting toilet, and it cost us a pretty penny of $960.
Have you ever paid close to $1,000 for a toilet? Because we sure had not, but worth every penny. Oh, we said it at the same time. Continuing our colorful little bar chart up here, you must add windows, or we added windows.
You should add windows.
I don't know why people wouldn't add windows.
We added 3 windows in our van, 2 bunk windows and a larger window in our kitchen area, and it cost us a total of $881. Up next we have mattresses and cushions. It honestly surprised us how much we spent on this.
Expensive. Just about as much as our windows. It was $874 for our custom cushions and our mattress. I clarified they're custom, and I think that's where we broke the bank a little bit on this.
If you know someone, or if you yourself feel capable, highly recommend making your cushions yourself.
Okay, our water setup.
$557.
I tried to include everything here from our sink to our water tank to all the plumbing and piping, gray water, everything that you'd need in our water setup. If you haven't watched our 5 build regrets, we did not put a water heater in, so just remember that if you did decide to put in a water heater, that number would have to be a tad higher.
Alright, next we have our beloved truck fridge.
Costing a total of 520 smackaroos.
Which is expensive. However, ours is a 12-volt fridge, so it barely pulls any power, which is really nice.
Highly recommend. And our bar chart and grand total are both rising right now as we come to fans. We spent $434 on our 2 fans.
Yes, and notice how you said 2 fans.
I did.
We definitely recommend putting in 2 fans. It really helps with circulation.
Airflow? Circulation?
Air circulation flow?
Air circulation flow. Helps with it a lot.
Up next, we have our 3 100-watt solar panels, which cost us $300.
Look at that. How many dollars per wattage? $1 per every watt. Who knows if that's a good price?
Seems good to us.
Seems good enough for us. And our propane setup cost us $250, and that includes our hoses and our stove, all the fittings, and everything that we use to make our vented locker in the back of the van. You can check out how we did that in our van build videos. But yes, gas, $250. This one seems like a bit of an odd addition, but we spent $200 on extra tools. There were certain items that I needed to build the van that I did not have yet.
And honestly, he had a lot of tools before this. So if you don't own any, go ahead and just bump that number way up.
Or just borrow tools from a friend. Use your friend for their power tools. I've done it. We've all done it. We've all been there.
All right, and our last section is kind of a catch-all. It's our miscellaneous. And the grand total for that was $2,902.
I said it first. $2,902 for our miscellaneous category. And if you've been thinking, wow, so far they've really, every category, they've really done their research and homework. And then there's this huge miscellaneous category. I know there's a lot though that don't fit into a category. I mean, things like hinges and screws, glue, tape, bolts, nails,
wood putty, fittings, knobs, handles.
And I actually never created a category for insulation as well. We spent $600 on Havelock wool insulation that is included in this miscellaneous category as well. So again, you just can't underestimate how big this miscellaneous budget might be when building a tiny home. You just never know all the little things that you're going to need to go pick up that you didn't even know you were going to need. That makes sense? That makes sense.
But really, we kept a strict budget during this van build process. We used budgeting apps, kept all of our receipts, and that brings us to a grand total of
$12,428, which I'm now realizing that is probably right down there in the grand total area, somewhere down there. So you already knew that. However, that is the grand total of our van build conversion, everything inside the van that was built with our 4 hands. All right, last thoughts here. A tip of advice. What did I mean to say? Here's a tip, a bit of advice. Obviously, price check and get the best value you can for the products you purchase for the van, but don't cut corners and don't buy the cheapest item.
It's not worth it. You're going to kick yourself later for it.
When you're putting on the miles in the middle of Utah and something breaks, you're going to be like, it wasn't worth the extra saving $50.
Especially if you're going to be living in your van full time.
Great point. All right, wrapping this up. If you feel a little hoodwinked right now because you were like, oh, I thought this was going to be how they made money on the road or something different about budgets and money, that video is coming
eventually.
Soon enough. How we make money, how we stay afloat living on the road. So look out for that one coming soon. Look at this segue. How you do that? You have to
subscribe.
Nailed it. For real, subscribe. Check out our Instagram. We have other fun stuff we do on there. Until next time, say it. Say bye.
See you later.
See you later.